So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And taken down just shy of the 40. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 69 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
He came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers buying time to his left. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. That's taken in by Watson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
26 man. 6 man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. 26 man.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got some space here. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Goodson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Goodson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a give, right side. Goodson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
In motion comes the tight end left.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Steps away to his left.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Tyler Goodson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. 1st down, here's Burrow.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he'll get in for the 2 points, as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Ford. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 3rd down, Goodson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Packers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, for the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead know he missed know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it, that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and the best. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name up who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Millions that me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, and the best.